guys, welcome back. It's Shelby and today we are changing up a pillow decor. Basically what I'm doing is going to be taking a napkin. If you haven't seen my previous video on how to turn napkins into pillowcases, it's a super easy hack. I'll link it above because it's like the best thing that I ever did. So if you want instructions on how to actually make the pillowcase part of this, that is where you will find them. But yeah, basically I have a bunch of these red napkins that I never use, so I started using them for crafts. And they're perfect. I love them. So I'm taking one of them today, and what I want to do is just kind of change its color a little bit. I'm going to be using some masking tape and some bleach, and I want kind of like a cool stripe, but like tie-dye effect, so not like a hard stripe, but kind of like a dappled stripe, but still a stripe pattern, if that makes any sense at all. Kind of a lighter color. I'm sort of going for like almost like a burnt orange against the red, so nothing like too bright or eye-catching, but just like a little bit of color. I think that I'll be able to go up basically as light as I want, through the oranges up to probably a light yellow depending on how long I leave the bleach on here. But I'm hoping to kind of take care of it and wash it off and get everything set at about a burnt orange. That's what I'm looking for anyway, so that's what we will attempt. But yeah, 2 napkins, same size, shape, and well, different colors if you want. Some bleach, a spray bottle, some masking tape. That's all you're gonna need for this project. Oh, also a sewing machine. But I will link everything you need down in the description below along with my socials, and let's get going. So I've laid out my napkin on the table and I'm just taking some masking tape and making as straight of stripes as I possibly can make them. I'm leaving enough space in between that the bleach is going to be able to get on the fabric and make some definitive shapes. And basically I'm just trying really hard to make them evenly spaced, and I'm bringing the tape past the napkin a little bit to secure it to the table. I just think that's a little bit more helpful so that it's not moving around on me as I'm trying to do this. But just tape off as many stripes as you want, and we'll get on the bleaching. I'm using Clorox, but go ahead and take any bleach that you want. They should basically all work the same. And I'm putting mine in a spray bottle because I think that'll be a lot easier than pouring it. And just kind of spritzing it on the fabric. The tape's only on one side and doesn't saturate the fabric, so I'm trying to not just completely soak the fabric with bleach because that will go up under the tape and the tape will be useless. So basically I'm just sprinkling my bleach on the top so that the parts that hit the tape don't hit the fabric. You can see it's not a super crisp line, but basically as soon as it goes on, I'm giving it like 30 seconds and then hitting it with that water even before I start to see a change, because I think the bleach is already working even though I can't tell, and I don't want it to get too light before I rinse it out. So basically just rip off your tape, rinse it out, squeeze it out, and now we'll check and see what we got as far as stripes. And they look like they turned out, so I'm going to hang this over a drawer so it can dry, and then we will get on with making the pillowcase as soon as this dries. Okay, so the napkin's dry, and here is how it turned out. It's awesome. Check that out. This is the perfect color. This is exactly what I want. So, you know, like I said, it's a changing color and it's kind of cool. The orange totally like works with the red because the bleach is just bringing that tone of red up through the shades to get lighter, but it's not like super garish or like, you know, draws the eye right to it like, oh my gosh, what is that? It's just kind of subtle, but when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's kind of a cool pattern, a cool texture. So it's exactly what I wanted. I'm super excited with how this turned out. Now we are going to turn this into a pillowcase. So basically grab your other napkin, line them up, tag side out, very important step. Just like this until you've got your square, and then sew up 3 of the sides. Leave a little gap in the top, probably 4 or 5 inches, just like don't sew that on either side, but create a U shape so that you basically have a little sack like this, and then the top's not sewn, if that makes sense. If not, go check out the napkin hack for pillowcases video. It will make a lot more sense than that. But basically, I'm just going to sew my 3 edges and we'll get a pillow in this baby and see how it turned out. So I'm just quick sewing together two of the napkins. One of them is the dried striped bleached napkin that I've been working on so far, and the other one is just a regular unbleached red napkin. That's going to be the back of my pillow. I'm putting them inside out and just stitching them together on 3 sides. If you want to see a little bit more detail of how I'm constructing the pillowcase, go ahead and watch my napkin pillowcase hack video, and that will explain it a little bit better. But for now, I'm just sewing these two together. Alright, you guys, we are all done, and this is what it looks like. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's like super subtle. I've got like various shades of red in my room, obviously, but our couches are kind of like a dusty rose. Like, they look like they might have been red. They're like the color they are, but like the color looks like it was previously red, if that makes any sense. They're kind of like a faded red, but they're not like quite pink. So I think this would be kind of a cool contrast with them, and we also have a lot of blankets on there, so just to kind of bring in a little bit more color, a little bit more fun to the room. I like it because it's stripes, which is like a very classic shape, but it's got that like fun kind of tie-dye-esque, kind of beachy, you know, carefree vibe to it, so I think this turned out great. I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. If you like the video, go ahead, hit that thumbs up, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you here again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.